Hello and welcome to another episode of Put Me in Coach on episode 49, Diamondbacks versus Rockies Game 1. Lineup of the day for the Diamondbacks. I thinking Corbin Carroll is like now in the second spot and stuff, and then even Vargas kind of went down and stuff. Nolan Arenado went up as well. I think Lourdes Crow Jr. is in the spot. And then Adrian Del Castro playing DH. And Gabe Moreno's catching, something like that. I know it's a little bit different here and there and sometimes and stuff, but fortunately enough, it looks the same. And then Jose Fernandez also came in to pitch hit for Adrian Del Castro at the end and stuff. And fortunately, he just got a walk, so that's why he's 0 for 0. If you understand enough of my voice, I can hear kind of a little bit and stuff. I kind of have a little risky in my voice right now. I don't know I'm sick or anything and stuff, but I sound fine. And if you thinking I sound a little sicky and stuff, I apologize for that. So just for that. Not really a lot of hitting and stuff in this game and stuff. You can see a little bit here and there and stuff, but not really a whole lot, It's kind of like 50-50 at this point by looking at it. So, I'm not going to talk so much about offense at this time and stuff. Pitching-wise, Aurora Rodriguez starting for the Diamondbacks today. He went 7 innings, gave 4 hits, struck out 4, walked once, and gave up no runs. So it's huge enough of he's now back to 0-run Rodriguez in some ways and stuff. He's all over the place, but fortunately enough, he did good and stuff. The Rockies pitcher, starting pitcher, Zach Hagnus and stuff. I don't know how you say it. But he went 5 innings, gave up 1 hit, struck out 4, walked once, and gave up no runs as well. He did okay and stuff. I think after he kind of went out, that's where like the Diamondbacks kind of got in together and stuff, and maybe had some runs off of the bullpen for the Rockies. But then less enough of he did pretty good. And stuff. Bullpen for the Diamondbacks, Juan Morello, Kevin Ginkel, and Paul Sewell at the end, getting not the save and stuff, because this is another thing of enough. And I think that's another thing that we want to talk about. I didn't even think about it. He did not come in for a save. I do want to talk about that later. And so for that, let's go scoring right now, because I'm going to talk about every scoring at this time. Again, very low score, not really going, and a lot of things going on at this point and stuff. So starting off with Corbin Carroll with a RBI force out to make a 1-0 bottom of the 6th. And then Tyler Freeman got a hit by pitch, RBI hit by pitch when it was like bases loaded, tied the game up, top of the 8th. I think the person, I don't know who actually did it. Could be Juan Morello and stuff. That's where it kind of went weird and stuff. I think so. Let me look. It was on Juan Morello. And then, fortunately enough, at the very, very end again, and this is another thing enough of like, okay, it's bottom of the 9th right now. Paul Sewell came in as a tie game, 1-1, and I realized enough when I heard Paul Sewell coming in and it was tied 1-1 and stuff. Like, I don't know Troy DeLavello understand of the things he comes in when it's a tie game. Don't put your closer in at a tie game in the 9th. Like, it's so weird, But fortunately enough, today, I guess it was against the Rockies and stuff. No respect on the Rockies. That's harsh. I feel bad for the Rockies at this point and stuff. A lot of people just don't give a lot of respect for them. So I guess Paul Sewell was fine in the 9th when it was tied or whatever and stuff. Who cares? But fortunately enough, the big thing about this game, Corbin Carroll with the RBI single to walk it off, win to make it 2-1 bottom of the ninth. That's the final score, 2-1. Our record is 26-23. So now we are 3-up on of over 500, and I thinking we're on a. This is probably our highest time we won in a row and stuff. I think we won 5 in a row at this time and stuff. So it's kind of crazy, Diamondbacks just need to get on this roll and stuff. And unfortunately, playing very low teams and stuff, we need to get some advantage on that so we can go much higher than other teams and stuff. So that's pretty much of that. Good thing enough of going back to back walk-offs and stuff. It makes it the game exciting, but fortunately enough, it was a very low score, 2-1 and stuff. So in some ways enough, it was not exciting, but it was exciting for a walk-off. So totally understand that. Progress on the offense. I just thinking, they need to keep it going in some ways enough. They have good batters. They can do what they got to. I pretty much like every person on this lineup is good batters and stuff. It's just sometimes enough they're hot and cold, and it's just an interesting way of enough that's what it is and stuff. So I just hope enough of they just keep progressing and keep having the bat being hot at this point and get some hits, get some runs, take the lead, win the game. That's all that matters at this point. It's a little hard for a team to have like 50, half of the lineup to do good and the rest don't. It's kind of hard, and it makes it hard for the whole team to get back in the game and win and stuff. Fortunately, yeah, we got lucky at the ninth inning, but it's just like these are the type of moments enough of like, let's get more runs so the team will not go, get back in the game and win the game and stuff, and we lose and stuff. We don't want that and stuff. Pitching wise, it's doing solid. I get like Juan Morello gave up 1 run, but getting hit by pitch. Who cares about that? But it's what it is. I guess the times enough we were gonna have bad times here and there and stuff. It's just don't let the score more than it is and stuff. Like 1, it's okay, but if we're still winning, I'll be fine with that. But it just basically tied the game up, and like there's nothing really to it and stuff. So not really too much. I just thinking they just need to progress. I think that's what it is. I don't know, it's confidence or whatever and stuff. Like it's just it's hard to be very consistent, and I want them to be consistent every single game and stuff. Win more games. Win the way we beat the Giants. The way the Braves beat us. 17-2. We beat the Giants 12-2. So just like big numbers, big games. We want to make it exciting, but we want to accrue that win so we can like not sure enough to be very close. Like yes, close games are very exciting as well, but it's just like I like to be very comfortable and win the game and stuff. Like just all those difficult things in there and stuff. Like yeah, maybe close games are exciting. Again, it's hard to tell at this point and stuff. MVP for today, it's gonna be Corbin Carroll. The guy walked it off today and stuff. I think he can't clutch at the moment. We were thinking about Marte was going to do it, but he got walked, and fortunately enough, he let his teammate to take up and take the hero lead, and Corbin Carroll did that. So, back-to-back walk-off wins and stuff, walk-off home run from Kendall Marte, walk-off for Corbin Carroll. So, there's gonna be ways enough of we're gonna win games, and this is one of them and stuff, and I will be okay with that and stuff. It's just like don't stress me more than enough and stuff. So that's pretty much of that. Hopefully you guys enjoy this episode. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.